Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the Hip Kit Club design team, and welcome to the International Scrapbook Day Sketch-a-thon YouTube Hop. Here is the sketch that I created for my sketch challenge, and this is the layout that I have posted up over in the Hip Kit Club Facebook group, where you're able to participate in this challenge and post your entries into the album over there. But for this YouTube hop, make sure that you hop along with us today. I will have links to everyone participating down in the description box below, so make sure to subscribe, to like, and leave a comment on all of the stops along the way to be entered into the giveaway. So this the giveaway begins at 6 a.m. on Monday the 3rd, and then it goes through May 9th at 11:59. So just make sure to like and comment and subscribe along the way, and you'll be entered in to win the prize. Or prizes, I believe. So I'm using the April 2021 kits for this layout, and while I was explaining everything, I had used the stencil from the color kit and pushed some white paste through it, and I let it dry. I did gesso up my pattern paper off camera, and this is oh gosh, what pattern paper is this from? What collection? I think this is a Heidi Swap paper. Yes, it is. So it's from her Carefree collection. So all I'm doing is taking the Nuvo ink pads that come also in the color kit in Lotus Flower, Powdered Peach, and Mint Macaroon, and I stamped them onto my mat, and I just added a little bit of water. And then I'm just going to quickly and loosely paint the color on. Very simple, nothing too crazy. I also am going to be adding in some splatters. I love doing this with modeling paste. I love the texture. I love the dimension. It would be gorgeous if I just left it white, but I really wanted to add the color because it just really pops, and oh my gosh, I just love it. So I will show you an up-close shot of when it's dried here in just a minute. But now keep in mind, now these Nuvo hybrid ink pads, they're fast drying. So when I did stick them down to my glass, I should have just did one at a time. I mean, it still worked. I just had to add a little bit of more water than I usually would, just to get the color moving. So just use one at a time, because it is fast drying, which is awesome if you're just, stamping, normally. But since I'm watercoloring, just, stamp it, add some water if you choose to, if you use this method, and then paint it on. So yeah, those colors are beautiful, and they match the colors in this kit so nicely. And so the April 2021 kits come with Maggie Holmes Garden Party. It's got a bit of the Simple Stories Bunnies and Blooms collection, and that is the majority of the products that I'm going to be using today are from Simple Stories. Now I've just layered up some of the pattern papers behind my photo, and this is a photo of my boys on Easter, and I'm just creating just a few mats and distressing the edges just to give it some texture and some interest, and then I'll start working on the rest of my layout. But yeah, these kits are amazing, and I've been dying to just jump right into them. So here, look at the dried paste, the texture, the color. I mean, the watercoloring from the ink pads, it's so pretty and it's so subtle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build on top of all of my mixed media. I am going to cover a bit up, and that's fine, but for the most part, I try to let as much as I can show. So what I showed you right there are these gorgeous, mother of pearl Prima heart charms that came in one of the kits in April. And what I've done is I've strung them around on some gold thread, and I'm going to incorporate those here in just a second. So like I said, I am using the Simple Stories Bunnies and Blooms products that I pulled from the kits. I was just so inspired by all the Easter themes or Easter theme, and since my photo is from Easter, I thought it would be perfect. So I'm just pulling in a few of the journaling bits, and I'm going to layer some up. Some of the pieces that I knew that I wasn't going to use that were larger and had some text on them, like that notebook paper, I didn't mind covering that up and just using it as a layer piece, because I know that it wasn't something that I usually use, or it's so large that it would take up a lot of space on my layout. So I thought it would be perfect to layer, because it's got that notebook edge, and then it's got a torn edge. So I just flipped it, and I love how it looked. So yeah, get creative with your journaling bits, or any ephemera pieces that maybe are too big, or that you might not reach for it. See how else you can use them on your layout as like a layering piece under your photo or under like an embellishment cluster. It's super fun. Just pop it up on some foam, distress the edges, and see, what else you can create with them. So I kind of have a subtitle here that says Spring is in the Air. I just loved the look of that banner piece with the scalloped edges, and I layered that right on top of another journaling bit that looked kind of like a notebook. My title is going to be Easter, which is one of the ephemera pieces, and I am going to build off of that using the Maggie Holmes thickers that come in the kits. So here I'm just kind of trying like different spots for this cute little like cluster of charms, and I did end up kind of stringing it through or around the floral piece on that Easter ephemera piece right there, and they just kind of dangle, and they're so fun, and it just adds like a little bit of pink and green down at that corner, and I love it. So I did want to add a little cluster up here. I did stick really closely to my sketch. I was super inspired by it. If you don't have mixed media, or if you don't have a color piece, like I know there was like a large circle in my sketch, it could just be pattern paper, or you could just paint like a circle. It can be super simple. You could even flip the sketch. I kept really close to it because I liked how it looked, and so the sketch did have an embellishment cluster, but how fun would it be if you flipped the sketch and to see how it would look. So the sketch had something at the top right, so I just added some banner pieces, a few phrase ephemera die cuts, and then some of the brad stickers and a couple chipboard hearts. But so I hope you like my sketch. I had a lot of fun creating it, and a lot of fun creating this layout based off of it. I love working with sketches because you can interpret them in so many different ways. It doesn't even have to be a 12 by 12 layout. It can be a 9 by 12, an 8.5 by 11, a traveler's notebook spread. It could be a number of things. And so I hope it inspires you. And I had a lot of fun, like I said, with this layout. So I'm just finishing up my title, and then I'm going to pull in some of these puffy stickers. I added a little hummingbird to that floral piece. I thought that was cute. And then I'm going to layer up some of these cute eggs. I did add a chipboard bow from the Maggie Holmes Garden Party chipboard sheet. I am going to pull in a few of these Prima, like sparkly, they kind of look like a disco ball, enamel dots, and cluster those around my page. And then I thought that since I had watered down my ink pads earlier, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some more color to make it a little more vibrant. And so I'm just going back in with all three colors, and I'm just painting on more color and then adding additional splatters as well. So just making it a little more vibrant and pulling in some of that color. And of course, I just like painting, and I love mixed media, so it just gave me another reason to stamp some more. And so since I had a few pops of black, I am going to add in some black acrylic paint. And then I thought that that top right embellishment cluster needed a little pop of yellow, so I pulled in one of the Simple Stories stickers. And those are brads, but they're stickers, so they're awesome. So you don't have to fuss with the prongs. You literally can just take it and stick it down. There's like a little foam piece underneath it to keep the brad not super dimensional, but it just, you just stick it to the page, and it's super convenient. Okay, so I am going to add in some tangled thread to a few different pieces. I've got a mint, a white, and a pink pulled out, and I just like the texture it gives, and just, another pop of color. So super fun. I think I added white. I thought I added white. Oh, no, I did. Sorry. I lost it for a second. I was like, I know I added it. So here is just some black acrylic paint that I'm going to water down. And to me, it just kind of tied everything together. The happy in my title was very bold, so I thought I needed to bring in extra pops of black as well. And especially because my son's shirt is really black, or it is black in the photo, and it just really pops. So I thought that kind of, toned it down a little bit, but then, kind of brought everything together, if that makes sense. So here is an up close. I'm going to bring like the layout up close to the camera so you can see the texture, the dimension, the cute charms, the journaling bits, the puffy stickers, the mixed media. I had so much fun with this layout, and I hope I've inspired you. I hope you enjoy this sketch and join along over in the Facebook group. I can't wait to see your layouts. Make sure you go to the album that I have this layout uploaded, and you can upload your projects using my sketch. and you can be entered in to win a prize there. And then you can also be eligible for a prize here if you like, comment, and subscribe and hop along with us today. I hope you had fun. This is one of my favorite weekends of the entire year. I love scrapbooking, and I hope, again, I've inspired you. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.